So today we are going to be talking about writing style. So there are 4 basic types of writing, okay? My personal favorite is narrative, okay? That's the type where it tells a story. Another type is exposition. It's where you explain something. There's description, which is going to describe like a person or a place, and it's kind of like second favorite, you know. The 4th one is persuasive. Actually, I take that back. You know, this one is my second favorite. So I go like narrative, and I go persuasive, and then I go to description and exposition. So, yeah. So each one of these different types of writing is a little bit different from the other. And it's going to have to do a lot with your tone and your wording of how you put things. So for example, say I was trying to convince Mr. Strickland that we needed a pet for the classroom, and I wanted a pet snake. I would use a very different tone of voice, use very different words, and I would probably have a different way of speaking to him about that rather than, you know, telling him about a science experiment that went badly in the classroom. Or, you know, even if I was trying to convince him that we should still do field day. Field day! So, style is about the tone. And then you have syntax, which is kind of the way we put words together and stuff. And then, of course, you're going to want to know about your word choice and everything. I'm not going to talk to him the same way I would talk to like my husband or, you know, like a little kid and stuff, because they're different. And there are 2 very, very common mistakes when it comes to style. The first is going to be choppy. A lot of people are choppy in their writing, and we'll get to that in a moment. And the second type is monotonous. And we've talked about monotonous before when it comes to speaking, but now we're going to talk about it with writing. So, there's nothing wrong with simple sentences. They can be really great. But when you have a simple sentence over and over and over, it's what we like to call choppy. But it's really easy to change it up. So if you've written something and it's completely choppy all the way through, it's all simple sentences, that's okay. We can easily make them into compound sentences or complex sentences. Mary washed the dishes. Tori put them away. Y'all, it's choppy. Okay, we could easily combine that into a compound sentence. Okay, we could do Mary washed the dishes, comma, and Tori put them away. Or we could do like a semicolon. It'd be easy. Or if we had the sentence, Joshua is stubborn. He refused to let anyone help him. Okay, well, we could combine those and we can make them a complex sentence, all right? We could be like, Joshua, who is stubborn, refused to let anyone help him. So, syntax is the orderly arrangement or sequence of words, phrases, and clauses to create a balanced sentence. And the typical syntax for like an English sentence is subject, verb, complement. If you have too many sentences written like that, it's going to become very monotonous. We can fix that by changing up the beginning of the sentence. We could start the sentence with an adverb. Quickly, Mrs. Bellamy ran across the room. Or, you know, we could start the sentence with an adjective. Tall and athletic, Noah was the starting center on the school's basketball team. Or you could start the sentence with a participle. Remember, a participle is something that looks like a verb, but it doesn't function as a verb in our sentence. Laughing, Mallory lifted the spirits of everybody in the room. You could also start the sentence out with a prepositional phrase. For example, on the battlefield, David called out to Goliath. Hey, Goliath! You can also start the sentence with a participial phrase. Singing happily to herself, Diana prepared a meal for her family. Come thou fount of every blessing. You could also start a sentence with an infinitive phrase. To succeed in his classes, Marty made a study plan and stuck to it. just makes no sense. You could also start the sentence with an adverb clause. Because guests were coming to dinner, Amanda decided to clean. You also really need to use exact and vivid words in your writing, because just changing one word can really change up your sentence. So for example, Mrs. B jogged past me. Hey. Or Mrs. B sprinted past me. Or Mrs. B sauntered past me. Hey. Or Mrs. B sailed past me. You also should be specific about places, people, and things, okay? So, for example, the musician or the woman who plays an instrument. Okay, well, what instrument? Piano? Well, then they're a pianist. They rode in an automobile. What kind of automobile? Bus, taxi, convertible, limousine, pickup truck, minivan. You know, even some of those words could be made more exact and stuff. So like, what type of minivan? What type of limo? You also need to carefully select which exact adjective is going to express your idea. So for example, there's a difference between rich and affluent. Rich is having great material wealth. Affluent is generously supplied with money, property, or possession. Y'all also gotta be sparing in the adjectives, okay? Don't say, in spite of the dark, gloomy, overcast, dispiriting weather, we took a walk through the meadow. We can just use one adjective for those three adjectives, okay? In spite of the dreary weather, we took a walk through the meadow. Y'all can also use some adverbs to tell where, when, or how something takes place. Make sure you use vivid adverbs. Most of them are going to end in ly. Like adjectives, carefully select which one is going to portray your idea the best. Also, very and really are overused, so try to avoid using them if you can. You guys, that's it for grammar this year. So this isn't really how anyone wanted to end the school year, but you know, I'm trying to focus on all the fun things that happened this school year and not focus on the fact of all the time we've lost together, so it'll be okay, but I miss you all. And as always, bye, have a great day, make good choices!